This week on Motorhead Garage, Machinist Mate is back with even more revolutionary cleaning products. And later on, Brian learns a new way to deal with battery corrosion. Next on Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting.
Welcome to Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting. Now recently, BC Bronco brought us this Bronco here with their engine conversion. This one housing a Coyote engine, and this whole frame off right here has the EcoBoost twin turbo motor, which are phenomenal. We also brought back Jason. Now Jason, with BC Broncos, there's so much more that you can do to your Bronco to bring it into the 21st century. All these components, you offer these either on this whole restoration deal or separately. Tell us about. We'll start on the back, work all the way to the front.
Okay, what we do is we have a 24-gallon fuel tank that is adjustable for different body lifts.
Right.
It has baffles front to rear. It also has a place that you can get into and add a fuel pump. It also has AN fittings, so you can use a barb or an actual AN hose. That works out really good. You can use it for stock Bronco with a carburetor. We can put a bigger fuel pump in it. We can put a standard fuel pump. We can even put an in-tank for a carburetor.
Right, so it's useful for every application. Now, we'll also have a return here because it's fuel injection, so we got a return hose, high pressure, capable, all that, and that's cross the line with all your Broncos. You can use that on anyone.
Yes, sir.
And then it comes up to the front here. We go through a fuel filter, your fuel lines, your leaf springs. You guys modify all that, or you actually engineer this?
Yes, sir. We started with the fuel lines. I actually started making these clamps. I couldn't find anything. The only thing that was available was plastic.
Right.
And it didn't house a return line. So I built brake line, return line, and pressure line. So once we did that, we started with carbureted, then we added the EFI return line, and then as things evolved into the Coyote, all that stuff still works with it.
Nice, so I can put a 3 PSI, 48 PSI, any kind of fuel pump I want in there.
Yes, sir.
What about your suspension? Your leaf springs, they look like they're brand new.
Yes, sir. We changed it slightly to a 9-pack. We started with an 11 originally, and everyone was driving their Broncos off-road only. So they were really flexy and did exactly what they were intended to do. As more people started driving them on the roads, they didn't like the squishy, the spongy. So we designed these same height. Each leaf is just slightly thicker to allow for nice flex, nice ride, yet it's not swishy on the road.
Now I'm real impressed. Let's head up to the front of the vehicle here. Now your race history, you've come up with some real innovative designs here on this front suspension. I know your shock springs. Tell us all about the front suspension. I'll just lean over here and show everybody.
Okay, that's our adjustable radius arm.
This whole thing?
Yes, sir. It was originally designed. We were testing our Bronco on just a dirt road by our shop, and I hit a piece of concrete, and it bent the original radius arm almost into a U. Did what we had to do, brought it back, immediately tore it apart, and started building custom radius arms with caster correction in them.
Yeah,
so you can actually
right
adjust the caster.
Alignment. What about you got springs in here? You guys design all that, your shocks, your struts, your tower, everything.
Yes, sir. What we do is we offer a longer shock mount so that you can use probably 1 million more shocks than you could before with a stud. This is a bolt-on shock. The original is 9 inches. And aftermarket, this one here is 14. So it gives you a lot more travel. Like I said, a lot more options of shocks to use. Our coil springs, they're a linear rate coil. Right. So they have the same rate throughout the entire coil, which gives you a really nice ride. It gives you the height. Over 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years, your truck's the same height as the day you bought them.
Right, they control spring height. The other one was springy because of the linear rate.
Exactly. If you do the progressive rate coils, what you end up with is the 4 top coils collapse after a little bit, then they become spongy, and the only way to compensate is to replace the coil or add dual shocks, which then gives you a stiffer ride.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you said the caster, these things didn't even have original caster measurements.
Correct. The original ones were just a rubber bushing with no caster in them at all. Later, people designed caster built into the bushing itself, and we went one step past that and designed it to where you can literally get up to 15 degrees of adjustment.
So basically, this is bringing it right into the 21st century, and you offer this stuff for Broncos across the line, so they can take an old Bronco, come to you, whether it's racing applications, Baja, whatever it may be, doesn't make any difference. They can fix it up to brand new status. I mean, this is like factory. Well, thank you so much, Jason. Stick around for more Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting, right after the break.
This edition of Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting, is being brought to you by Clamp Tight, the clamp making tool. Power Hungry Performance, providing exceptional goods and services with a personal connection. Checkered Flag Tires, tires and balance beads to your door. And by Dustless Blasting, it's the future of surface preparation.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting. We are back here with machinist mate Ed, and Ed, we are back with another crop of cool products. I want to start right over here because these plug phones, pretty awesome. Now these, you have earbuds, you can listen to music too, and then you have ear plugs to stop potentially damaging noise, whether you're at the racetrack or a job site. This is a great integration of both of those things, isn't it?
That's right. You can use these to protect your hearing. They will reduce the noise level to a safe level, while still being able to plug it into your iPod or your phone and listen to music.
I think what's interesting too is you have two different models. You have this contractor grade one, and you also have the contractor VL. What does the VL stand for?
The VL is volume limiting, and that's an OSHA compliance device so that it limits the amount of volume that can be applied to your ear from the noise itself and the music. OSHA has set that at 80 decibels. So this one can be turned up loud, that one can't.
We can go all the way with this one, and we're going to be OSHA compliant here.
That one will be OSHA compliant.
Okay,
so
cool.
If your workplace requires that, that's the one you want.
Well, speaking of workplaces, I know a lot of our viewers out there and a lot of the folks that are following along at Motorhead Garage turn wrenches and they get their hands dirty, whether they're in the shop or they're working in different fields of work. This product right here is designed for those guys and girls that are out there getting their hands dirty every day.
Right. This is our Atomic Skin Guard. This is a very interesting product that we developed that helps get your hands clean after you've got them dirty.
And it's cool to me because it's a protectant. You basically preemptively apply this. Like when you're going into the shop, you treat your hands and...
Yeah, you have to put it on your hands. You put a small amount in the palm of your hand, rub it in. It takes about 3 to 5 minutes to soak in and dry, but after that, you hardly feel that it's there.
Doesn't have the weird, gross petroleum smell either. It's a very nice...
No, it's a very pleasant smell.
Yeah. Now, you have applied this product to your hands.
Yeah, I did.
And we have this product right here, which is wood finish. Anybody who's ever got their hands in wood finish knows that it is on there for a very long time. And Ed, this is your faith in this product being demonstrated right now, because you're going in there.
This is actual wood stain. So here you can see.
Yeah, you're going all in with this thing. You're working right in there.
To my hands, that would be very difficult to get off, but you can use just a paper towel or even nothing as simple as just regular soap. I took this out of the hotel, so it's not anything special, but you can see that with just a little bit of soap, I can easily remove all that stain from my hands.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive stuff because, again, wood stain, grease, all the stuff that gets down in your pores, into your cuticles, that is stuff that you want to get off at the end of the day, and normally you can't. You just soap and water. That is literally rolling right off your hands.
Yeah, this is a very unique product in that it helps protect your skin, helps make a cleanup very easy, and at the end of the day, you have clean hands.
Now, we've seen a lot of your products, but Machinist Made is always in development on new things, and I know we have a little bit of a potential preview of coming attractions down here. What are we looking at with this nice shiny hose?
Well, this is a brand new hose. This is a product that will restore your rubber, plastic, and bumpers. It even can be used as a tire shine on your tires. As you can see, I've put 2 coats on this. It soaks right into the rubber. It doesn't peel off. It's a terrific product that we hope to finish our testing to the point that we can actually launch it here sometime in the next few.
Looks like it's very resistant to the potential browning some other rubber products have, where you end up with once the product wears off, you end up with that kind of brown tinge to it.
Well, that's all part of the testing. We're working to try to make sure that the product meets the standards that we have for all of our products. If it doesn't work the way we are presented, we don't want it on our website or being handled are associated with our name.
So to learn about all Machinist-made products, you want to go ahead and go to machinistmate.com. And then, Ed, if somebody's developing something at home, maybe they got a great idea that they're trying to bring out to market, can they contact you?
Absolutely. If you go to machinistmate.com, you can look up our contact information, give me a call. We'd be glad to look at any of the products that you have. They have to be something that works very well, otherwise we're not interested in handling them. But if they work the way that they're represented, we'd be very interested in helping you market those.
Ed, you're the man with the clean hands. We're the guys at Motorhead Garage, and we're going to be back right after this, so stay with us. One of the things that's come out of the explosion in popularity of the UTV market over the last few years is increased competition, whether we're talking about closed course racing or even desert racing. If you're going to go out there and compete, you have to up the safety level of the vehicle. That's what we have right here. We get this awesome roll cage kit from our friends at CageWrx. John, this thing is complete, man.
It really is. You know, you get the cage clamps, the actual chassis clamps right here. These bolt down right on the original 6 mounts, and real nice. They give you a hole right here for your wires to go up. I mean, they thought of everything. No problem with the installation. Come around to the different tubes. Now, speaking of tubes, these things are 1 3/4 with 95 thousandths thickness, mandrel bend CNC machined, and if you look real close, they actually numbered it. So you just grab the tube that's numbered step by step, put them together, gave you a nice little laser cut here so you can put them together. Tie strap them. When you tie strap them, you secure them down. Couple welds. Somebody like me that doesn't weld so great, give them a couple tack welds. You can get this thing all together. Get you a good welder. Finish it up. Man, this thing is really going to do a great job.
Absolutely. Really what you have here is kind of a miniaturized version of a trophy truck roll cage. Chad Ragland, his dad Larry, Chad's the president of CageWrx. These guys are championship off-roaders, like Hall of Fame level. They've done the design work. It comes with a roof. The roof also comes with all the fasteners you need. You got the Zeus fasteners, you got rivets. Everything you need to put this cage together is there. Like John said, you can tack it together yourself. If you're not a certified welder, you're not a great welder, get it put together, have your welding buddy finish it off, and it'll be a great upgrade to the safety of your vehicle.
Yeah, they thought of everything. Just check them out on the website. Everything you need, a couple clicks away. Now stay with us. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage.
Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting, coming to you from Borla Commerce Park.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting. Now we're still hanging out with Ed from Machinist Mate. Ed, when you're hanging around Motorhead Garage, I know we got some innovative products. What do you got for us here?
Well, we have our cargo organizer. This is a very unique product. When you go to the grocery store or the hardware store or something, you put something in the trunk of your car, and then if you drive like me, it's on one side, it's on the other, it's in the front, it's the back. When you get back home, it's a mess. So these Stayhold came up with a very unique product to solve this problem. They have the cargo organizer here. And as you can see, this has got our splat bug remover in it, and this will adhere to the surface of this type of material in the trunk of your car. So you can see that that sticks.
It's not coming off.
And you can put that in the corner of your car and it won't roll around like that. One thing to note with this is out of my Cadillac. And this type of material this sticks to very well.
Right.
Normal, everyday, like carpet like you have in your house, if that's in your car, that type of carpet, that pile carpet, this will not work with.
Right, but this is in the majority of trunks
this
here.
This is in the majority of trunks.
Yeah, and you got this bigger unit here, the whole cargo organizer. I can see this being real useful.
Right, and we sell these not only individually as the cargo organizer, but we also sell them with our products in them. So you can go to our website and see them and buy them individually, or you can buy them grouped with our product.
Looks like you can actually use this here, just kind of come on here and lock it in maybe to the side of the trunk and stuff, even if you had some luggage or other things to kind of just use it as a buffer or secure something.
Absolutely. You can put two of them, one side to side, and lock things in between. You can put things in them like this. It's very versatile.
Yeah, it is, and it does. It holds good. It's hard to get up off of there. Now, what about our kit here? We have a whole kit, the Ultimate Pack. Now, there's all kinds of cool stuff in here. Oh, let me get that out of the way. That stuck really well. What about this? What do we got in here?
Well, this kit comes with a variety of pieces. It comes with two of these, 4 of these, and a bunch of straps so that you can put them in to strap your individual pieces down. And you can go to our website, machinistmate.com, and see all the pricing and availability of all this type of product.
This is perfect. Keep the chemical spills and everything out of your trunk from happening. All right, let's move on to the pocket hooks. Now, I'm probably the most guilty for going in the back of a pickup truck and trying to secure something tying it down, no Boy Scout, so knots are a problem. And I also even scratch paint, securing stuff in the back of a pickup truck. Man, this is genius.
Yeah, I've had the exact same problems. So we've got our pocket hooks here, and this is simply problem solved.
That's it? No way. That easy. Just squeeze it. Wow. And you got a hook and everything, and just.
And these are good up to 1,400 PSI, pounds per square inch. We've even tested these where you put one in the back of a pickup like this on each side, pick the pickup off the ground.
Oh, you got me thinking. I know there's some fuel tanks under the beds. We might put 4 of these in and lift the bed right off of there to get to the fuel pump. Now, I know you showed me earlier. What about the tarp? This thing will secure some tarps as well.
Yeah, it will. Here you can see we have a bike loaded on and how sturdy these are. But one of the biggest problems that people have, and I've experienced, if I have a bed full of debris or something that I want a tarp, or even a bike like this, is how to get this tied on. Very, very big problem, but with this product, it is simple as that. That tarp will not come off now.
It's not coming out, wind or anything,
Just simply
right?
pull it over and do the same thing on the other pockets, and it's on.
Now, the tarp's just kind of tucked in there. That didn't rip the tarp, did it?
No, it didn't rip the tarp at all. You can see that we can take that out. The tarp is in one piece.
Wow, okay. Ed, I got to ask you a question. How do you come up with all these products? I mean, these things are phenomenal.
Well, I look.
Is that what you do?
And people bring them to me as well. You know, we are starting to get a reputation for helping other people bring their products to market. So if someone has a product that they're interested in bringing to market, feel free to contact us. You can reach us at machinistmate.com and just look in our contact section and you'll find my phone number.
Fantastic. Well, you've seen it here first on Motorhead Garage. These are some awesome products. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage right after this break.
This edition of Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting, is being brought to you by U.S. Specialty Vehicles. You know you want one. Portacool, when comfort counts. Stage 8, the world's best locking fastener. And by Dustless Blasting, it's the future of surface preparation.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting. You know, we've been doing a lot of things in the automotive world the same way for like 50 years, but it doesn't mean there's not a better way we can do them. I mean, look at a couple of these scenarios. Got this Corvette, boom, barbecue there because of a battery explosion, maybe arcing from the hydrogen gas and that steel bolt in the terminal, kaboom. Maybe a situation you're looking at under your own hood right here. You get a lot of corrosion on your battery terminals. Again, a very common problem that's overworking your charging system, causing voltage drop issues, and the list goes on from there. The cool thing is there are people that come up with new ideas to fix these problems, and the best new idea as far as battery cables go goes to the Jibb Safety Cable Fastener Company. Here with Scott from Jibb Safety Cable Fastener. What have you guys done and how have you done it, Scott?
Well, we saw that the problem's been an ongoing issue. So we developed a Zytel nylon nut and bolt that replaces the steel nut and bolt because the steel reacts to the lead cable end and it causes an anode-cathode reaction which causes a corrosion. It's dissimilar metals.
Yeah, we have this old cable here from our car, and you can see the inside of this thing is all patinaed up and grody because of that
Exactly.
anode-cathode relationship you talked about.
Right, exactly. So what we did is we actually developed something that's tool-free. So it's quick disconnect and connect, and it is just an awesome little invention that is going to help a lot of people.
You know, we talk about this being a nylon product, but I mean, do we have the same kind of clamping power as a steel bolt?
Oh, absolutely, if not more.
Oh yeah, you want to stand behind that claim?
I am, absolutely.
All right, I'll tell you what, I'm going to put you to the test.
Okay.
So we got this big honking battery right here. We have one of the Jibb Safety Cable Fasteners on it, and I will let you demonstrate over your own toes to see if this
Okay.
baby's going to hang in there.
You just clamp it down, just so it's nice and snug, and it will hold a battery with no problem.
That's pretty wild. And it's like you said, you got this nice brass handle, it's thumb tight.
Yep.
Tell you what, let's do a full install on our classic T-Bird over here. Let's throw one on there. So why don't you bring that with you and let's head over to the car.
Okay.
Now, you've had some great partners here, made in the USA product. Who are you working with on manufacturing this thing?
Well, the folks at Lightning Tool and Manufacturing in Post Falls, Idaho, they're awesome to work with. I just want to mention them. They're terrific people.
So here's our battery. and we have our standard, old school style steel nut, lead end, and I'll let you talk us through the rest.
Yeah, well, what you do is it's to retrofit these. This one already has one installed, as you can see. So you just take out the...
Yeah, back your nut off
Yeah, absolutely. See, I almost could have sparked it right there. There's over 7,000 injuries that happen annually with car batteries and explosions. What you do is you take your bolt portion,
Okay.
you put it through, then you take your nut portion with the cupped end that faces down.
And that's important because that cup then allows you to get that good clamping force, right?
Well, exactly, and it has to be put on that way in order for this to function the proper way as well. So we got instructions on our website at www.jibbsafetycable.com. You run it through till you have the little slot that the snap ring goes into, and then you just put the snap ring in there, like that. Replace it, put it back on, and then tighten it up. You can see the action of the sliding brass rod.
Yeah,
and
that's
you
great.
just snug it up like that.
So your snap ring in there acts as almost as two things. It does a stop and it gives you basically a quick disconnect action too, right?
Well, the snap ring comes back on the ear of the cable itself and it loosens it back up. So all you have to do is do a couple turns and your cable comes right off.
That is fantastic, and it's certainly a great solution for the and a big improvement over what we've been doing for probably a half a century or more.
Absolutely.
Well, Scott, thanks so much for coming out. The Jibb system is amazing, and why is it called the Jibb system again?
Well, the Jibb is actually an old mariner term, and it has different meanings, but one is to move side to side, and so that's why it's Jibb. Safety is because of the issues. It's tool-free. You don't have any arcing that'll cause those battery explosions, and it's a huge thing about being safe. So we just thought that was a cool name to give it, and people can remember it well.
Absolutely. Well, Scott, thanks a lot. Thank you for watching Motorhead Garage presented by Dustless Plastic. We'll be back in the shop next week with more cool stuff.